Welcome back to the No Script Pod. Today we are going to be comparing two recent murder trials. Try to make sense of these trials. So the first one we're going to talk about today, right, is the Rick Chow murder trial of Cyrus, right?
Big emphasis on try.
Right, because spoiler alert, Rick Chow was acquitted. It doesn't make sense, but Rick Chow was acquitted of murdering Cyrus.
Yeah, so let me talk through the details of what happened.
Right.
So Cyrus comes in to the store. Rick Chow tells him, leave your book bag at the door.
Right.
He does that. He goes to the cooler. He gets 2 waters. He puts them back. He tries to leave. Rick Chow accuses him of stealing.
Right.
He shows Rick Chow he doesn't have anything. Rick Chow then starts chasing him. Trying to get these stolen waters back.
Allegedly, Rick Chow is the one that started chasing him.
Rick Chow is a nearly 60-year-old man.
Right.
And Cyrus is a teenager. Now, he chased him for the length of 2 football fields.
If you didn't know, that's 200 yards.
That's 200 yards. No
600
fucking
feet.
way a 60-year-old man kept up with a 14-year-old for 200 yards.
Kept close enough to fire a weapon and actually hit the guy.
Right. But there's someone else involved, right? It's Rick Chow's son.
Andy Chow.
Now, what they say happened is that Rick Chow shot Cyrus because Cyrus pointed a gun at Andy Chow.
Right.
Those are the details behind the case.
I think this is going to be important for the next trial that we bring up. Let's bring up the jury composition, right?
Yeah.
So this is an Asian family defending themselves for the murder of a black teenager, right? So the jury composition is 3 black men, 2 black women, 3 white men, 2 white women, and 2 unknown. So they could be anything. But fair to say it's even. 5 black jurors, 5 white jurors, and 2 unknown. They acquitted him of the charge. The charge itself is murder, right? So
the issue specifically with this case is the charge.
The charge.
He's being charged with murder, which means that the jury has to prove without a shadow of doubt that he intended to kill him.
Right.
Well, he couldn't have intended to kill him because he didn't know he was going to come in the store and he didn't know he was going to steal.
Right. Now, you could argue manslaughter, or you could argue maybe like 2nd or 3rd degree murder or something like that.
Or negligence.
Right. Or negligence.
Right.
It's that the problem is the charge, and it's probably procedurally right that he was acquitted of that specific charge.
This is a mistake on the prosecution's end.
We compare that to probably the more famous trial, the one that a lot of people are very angry at, which is the Karmelo Anthony trial. These are pretty similar circumstances relative to what actually happened. Spoiler alert, Karmelo Anthony was convicted and sentenced on the same day, which is kind of crazy how fast it was convicted and sentenced to 30 years or 31 years or something like that. But let's go through the facts of what happened with that case.
What the jury knows to be true is that the 2 Metcalf brothers approached Karmelo Anthony.
Along with one other boy. I think it was 3 guys. 3 white guys approached Karmelo Anthony.
Karmelo Anthony was taking shelter at a track meet because his school didn't have a tent.
This is the only tent in the surrounding area. So you can't argue that they were just in the area. These 3 guys that walked up, they specifically walked up to this one tent that wasn't surrounded by any other tents to confront Karmelo.
And you must also mention, they don't run track.
No.
They're not even on the track team. The Metcalf brothers approached the tent. They tried to make Karmelo Anthony leave. He says he's not. A tussle ensues of some sort.
Right. All they see in this, they have a video of it, and all they see are blobs, and they kind of push back and forth. They don't know who pushed first or anything.
Yeah.
Just a tussle.
But you must mention that the Metcalf brothers are 200-pound, 6-foot-plus football players.
Right.
And Karmelo Anthony is a sub 6-foot, 130-pound kid.
Right. And they came up to him. 3 of them came up to one of him.
So Let me ask you.
Yeah.
Would you fear for your life in that scenario?
Especially if they push first. Hell yeah.
I'd fear for my life.
If I even felt that I was getting tense, I'm using my track skills and I'm running out there. That's one. I'm not a guy that's just going to fight 3 men just 1-on-3. You know, I'm not that kind of guy. That's what I would advise the boy. But
you know, he's a kid.
He's a kid.
If you take it back to high school, you probably wouldn't run.
Maybe.
Because you just don't want to be embarrassed.
That's true.
It's a hierarchy thing in high school. As an
might
adult,
be true as well.
It's like, man, I got a lot to lose.
What I will say is that if they pushed and I truly feared for my life, which I probably would have, I 100% think that I might have used a knife if I had one on me.
Now this is the thing. He didn't use a knife. He used a cleat sharpener. That's what we must specify, because at first they were trying to say this guy deserves to be charged because he brought a knife to a school event.
Right, and it wasn't.
It wasn't a knife.
It was a cleat sharpener.
Yeah.
At a track meet.
Yes.
And I think it's also important, though, to detail the backgrounds of both parties. So we got to talk about their backs.
But before you get into them, let's talk about Rick Chow's backstory.
Oh, Rick Chow. We could bring it back to Rick. Okay.
Just for a second.
Yeah,
right.
Rick Chow.
Just so I can mention this.
Yeah.
This guy has shot at someone for stealing in his store on 2 other instances before this case.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So let's take Karmelo Anthony, right? From what I know of him, I don't know everything about the kid, but he has no criminal history. He is a child. He has a 3.85 GPA and has had literally nothing on his record at school. He's never gotten in trouble. And he's also literally saved a child's life one time. And I think he was in the newspaper for it, from drowning. So this is literally like a stand-up kid, a hero in his community, right? From all accounts. Now, the brothers, right? You said, I didn't know this, you said that he beat up his dad, right? And I know that he has had rape allegations on him and is just a troublemaker.
Not only did he beat up his dad, he broke his dad's bones.
Holy crap. These are 2 teenagers, right?
Yeah.
That are strong enough to break the bones of their grown adult dad. And they're pushing this child. And he's supposed to what? Just take it? What's the argument for that? But I mean, like, all accounts, these guys are troublemakers. They are not even good.
They're known as bullies.
Known as bullies. Yeah. And they come up to bully Karmelo Anthony, and he defends himself. So why was he convicted?
Well, let's talk about the jury.
Let's talk about the jury. Right? What was the composition of the jury? It's supposed to be a jury of your peers.
Yep.
Is the words.
8 whites, 3 Asians, and 1 Mexican.
Yeah.
Now, originally, there were 3 blacks on this jury.
Right.
They were all removed by the judge because they were teachers.
Allegedly. That's what they say.
I don't know how at all that correlates.
Yeah.
Like, what were they teachers at the school specifically?
They just happened to be teachers, and that meant that they would be biased to Karmelo. So this is the thing too. It has to do with the charge again, right? Both of these were charged with specifically murder. So you have to prove, the prosecution has to prove to the jury that they intended to murder that person that day.
Yeah.
Right? So we already talked about how the Rick Chow one, we probably understand that because of the charge, it was right to acquit.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. They just should have charged him with something else. They charged him with murder, and we already laid out the facts, and Rick Chow looks so much worse than way worse.
You chased this guy for
chased this guy for
like
200
this guy's
yards.
not a threat. Yeah.
But Karmelo is in a tussle, and it seems like it's self-defense. Even if you argue maybe, like, it's just a tussle. It's right there. You know, like, you can argue anything. It has nothing to do with chasing away, but that proves that it was a murder?
Yeah.
According to the jury?
Proves that he intended
to murder that day.
Murder Austin Metcalf.
Like, went out of his way that day, woke up.
And said, I'm going to kill Austin Metcalf.
Right. even though they went to his tent.
Yeah.
They approached him, and the witnesses claimed that Karmelo said, "Don't touch me and see what happens." And then they
Yes.
proceeded to touch him.
Yes. So absolutely no way that you can present without reasonable doubt that he intended to kill this guy.
Mm-mm.
And he's charged with murder.
Yeah.
So I think we got to be honest, man. The issue is race.
It's probably the jury in that case specifically.
Yeah.
I think it has to be. And I've seen people say that this is going to be an easy appeal. So hopefully that is the case, but it shouldn't have to be to that case. It shouldn't have to get to that point. You should have just been acquitted. You know,
Yep.
I don't know what actually happened. We're kind of speculating here because we just don't know. But that's the thing. We don't know. So there's no reason for them to prosecute him.
So there is doubt.
It's a crazy world we live in.
It really is, man.
Yeah.
What's the solution? A jury that is representative of the defense by at least half?
Yeah.
Or what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I just think that probably there's only two ways that I perceive it being fair in this. Like, if we know that race is a thing, right? We all realize this, so that the half of the jury, if it's, a white guy versus a black guy in a criminal case, half should be white, half should be black, or at least half should be part of the defense. And then you can do whatever you want with the rest.
Yeah.
Or the other option is the jury doesn't comprise of the race of either the defense or the accuser. Those are the only two ways I can conceive that it would be fair, unbiased, even though you really can't do that at all.
Yeah.
You can't really truly do fair and unbiased, but it's definitely
You can't
farther
do fair and unbiased.
It's the most fair, most unbiased you could probably get for those two options.
But I like the first option more. And it's because I've had a belief for a long time that I'd rather a guilty man walk free than an innocent man serve time for something he didn't do or doesn't deserve to be serving time for. So I think that the defense should always have the representation.
I guess like the argument is like, let's just take an extreme or something like that. Would it be worse to let a serial killer walk free or to convict the man?
Well,
like,
I think
what if the serial killer just kills more people? Like, wouldn't that be more harm to society?
It's about proven without reasonable doubt, though.
True.
Like,
yeah, you're right.
If this if he's killed multiple people, right, and you have evidence that can concretely pin him,
yeah,
then he's going to jail.
Right. It's for whenever you can't tell.
You can't tell.
Yeah. And
don't lock up an innocent man or a man that could be innocent.
So the problem isn't the system, it's that the people aren't abiding by the system.
No, because it's supposed to be innocent until proven guilty.
It's never that.
But it don't feel like that.
It's never really that. And it's always like a little bit worse for different scenarios, like different demographics. For specifically like child custody, for example. Men get absolutely screwed in child custody cases.
And I'm just thinking on this like Austin Metcalf case, if the races were swapped, this wouldn't even be a discussion.
No, he wouldn't.
He would have been acquitted. This guy would 100% be acquitted.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it is important to have certain people, like at least half. Like, I mean, it would have probably been fair if it was literally 6 white jurors and 6 black jurors.
But 8 whites?
And no blacks.
No blacks at all?
That is pretty crazy.
Like, come on, man.
Is that it for you?
Yeah, I think that's it, man.
All right, for the game, we're going to blind rank these trials. All right. If y'all enjoyed this this episode, go ahead and leave a like or rating. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments below, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace.